Happy Friday, folks. What is up? Hello, hello. But it's not really Friday, is it? It's actually Thursday. But that's okay, because we're going to make fantasy maps anyway. Because I'll be out of town tomorrow. I'll be out of town for a little bit of travel. And, we couldn't go a week without missing Fantasy Map Thursday, Friday, Fantasy Map Day, we can call it. So let's do it. Let's make some maps. Ian, hello, my friend. Happy Pseudo Friday. Hope you're doing well. Ian, are you also Ian Garcia Grant on YouTube? Did I remember that correctly, or did I make that up? Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I thought, but I wasn't entirely sure. But yes, merry map making to you, my friend. How you been? How you doing? Let's go ahead and zoom out here. I think the map's that's fine. Let's see, I'm gonna be working at this level of zoom. Yeah, it's mostly fine. Be right here, doing this and this. Yeah, I'll be okay. We'll be good with this. Oh, I get it, Ian. I get it. That makes sense now. Millie, hello. Good morning. Ian, you're excited to see the Kingdom of Darkness take shape. Yes. Let me turn on streamer mode for Discord. I don't know why it's not on, but I don't. Y'all got to hear my my pings in the background. There we go. Millie, you could ask me something. Absolutely. Y'all, I have a lot to do today before I leave town, so I'm gonna jump right into this. Let's just get going on this map. I think in far as immediate next steps, we need to polish up the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Under things. I think it's mostly fine, but there's some edges around here we want to clean up a little bit, and I think it still needs a little bit of density in there, a little bit of ground coverage maybe. Let's see. I'm comparing it to my swamp over here, and I think really the difference is just the swamp over here looks darker. So I want to recreate that effect. Millie, my birthday's in October, so we are a ways away, unfortunately. But if you want to mark it down, you can tell me come October. All right, well, let's go ahead and do that. I want to polish up this swamp real quick. I think that's a pretty easy place to start. Cassidy, welcome in, and yes, happy Fantasy Map Friday. Oh, I'm excited to be here. Yeah, it's actually Thursday, but we don't gotta focus on that. Let's turn our opacity down a little bit. We're just gonna work on this. I think I need a little bit darker green in here to really get this going. Gearbox, good morning, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you. Y'all, you got any weekend plans you're excited about? Something you're looking forward to? I will be traveling down to Florida this weekend, so I'm pretty stoked about that, not gonna lie. That's gonna be a good trip. Going to see some friends. Oh, you're building a computer chair, Gearbox. Nice. I was just thinking yesterday I need a new one. I've had this one for many years now. Very good chair. Very happy with it, but nothing lasts forever. What kind of computer chair? Spirit, hello, hello. No, I will be out of town, so I won't be streaming tomorrow, and I really wanted to get our Fantasy Map Friday in. So, Fantasy Map Thursday, we'll call it, huh? I feel like this effect's just not coming out how I want it to, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. It's how I've always done it in the past. Something's just missing a little bit. Gearbox is solid. You can't break it. You can't mess it up. I dig it. I think it was just a darker blue that I used last time in the swamp. I think that's the answer. Cassidy, you're gonna go see your favorite band, Holy Fawn. Let me look into them. Oh, they're rocks. That's a good start right there. Awesome. Enjoy, Cassidy. I hope it's a good show. Augmentations. This is Inkscape. 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 Incarnate. Incarnate.com. Free map making website. It is similar to Wonderdraft, though. I get a lot of Wonderdraft comparisons, and that is not wrong. All right, I need a swampier green, y'all. I need some nasty, some gross looking green. Let's see if we can find that. How interesting. We could do that. That's not it. I think it's going to be in Fantasy Regionals, the asset library we're looking for here, folks. Alright, so we got green prairie grass. I think that's what I used in the last map, honestly. Let's see. I probably have the notes here somewhere. Yes, yes it is. Alright, so that came from, what catalog was this? This was Fantasy Regional Green Prairie Grass. Let's make note of that. It's called green prairie grass, but y'all, it looks like some nasty swamp grass to me. Alright, we're going to just get it on, paint it in here on a low opacity. Yeah, that's darkening it up how I like. There we go. That's the color that we were missing, y'all. I'm going to get this in here, make it nice and dark. I'm just kind of painting over our layers that were already here. And then we're gonna smear in some fresh color in here because the color wasn't vibing with me. If the swamp wasn't swampy enough, I want you to sweat just looking at this place. You know, I want you to feel the humidity. Oh, thank you, Jackan. I'm glad you're liking the swamp. We're working on improving it a little bit right now. I needed it to look a little swampier. I think we're getting there though. The real this is honestly pretty nitpicky of me. The real thing we got to do is we got to get some more ground foliage in there. It's not cluttered enough for my taste. Cassidy says the swamp didn't have enough sadness. Cassidy, you're spot on. It didn't have enough sadness, and it didn't have enough sweaty underthings. These are the key elements of a swamp. Actually, it pained me a little bit to say that, coming from the swamps of Florida. I love a good swamp. And I do live in Bayou City currently, so no swamp slander in my stream, I say to myself. Alright, there we go. I'm liking that a bit more. I'm going to put a little more water. Whoa. Incarnate 2.0 releasing soon? Now, I hadn't heard of that. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? I'm completely unaware of that, well, being a thing. What kind of features are they going to throw at us? Y'all, I've made 500 changes since I started stream 10 minutes ago. We are flying today. Let's just go ahead. We're going to turn this opacity down. We're going to up our brush size a little bit. And we're just going to smear this on in here. 600 changes. We're clicking a lot today, folks. I don't know. It's not, the swamp effect's just not coming out. I think I need a darker blue. I think I need an even darker blue for it, y'all. Yeah, Jack-Ann, let me know what you find on your Google search for Incarnate 2.0. I'm not aware of that. Cassidy asked, how much black mana does the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings tap for? Oh, man, there's an old Magic card that was like a super black swamp, and I can't remember what it's called right now. Gorgoroth, maybe? Something like that? Something to that effect. It's like a... It would be a good answer to this. But I can't remember. It was something back in the day when I played in person. Alright, let me write down real quick. Fantasy Regional Deep Sea Green. That's going to be our watercolor. Alright, there we go. That's what's gonna put the swamp over the edge. Urborg! Cassidy, holy cow, you're so right. Absolutely, yeah. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. There we go. Hold on. I don't know how to easily get this into screen. I guess we do this. Infinite Alex's. There we go. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. There it is. That's what I would say, Cassidy. That's my canonical swamp. Makes every land a swamp in addition to its other types. That's the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings. Jackie Ann, you said as far as you can tell, pro users are already enrolled in 2.0 as an open beta. Does that mean they have access to it, or they are already using it? Because I am a pro user on here for the purposes of stream. But I've not noticed any features. Now, I can be very oblivious at times. So, you know. Alright, let's get a quick save. I only have a casual 700 changes here. Get off my lawn, guy. Welcome in. Yeah, we are doing a fantasy map Thursday today because I will be out of town tomorrow, and I really wanted to work on this map this week. So, felt like that was the priority. Yeah, y'all, this is the color I was looking for with this swamp. Now we got it. It was just, I just had my blue was too light blue. I needed a dark blue. That's what I was looking for. Now it looks like our other swamp that I'm so pleased with. Okay, Jack-Ann, so I should be currently using it. All right. Well, I guess welcome to Incarnate 2.0. I was entirely unaware, but thank you for looking that up. I don't know. I don't notice any new features, but who knows? Midnight Raven, hello from YouTube chat. I hope I didn't miss that comment by too long. On map days, my YouTube comments are all the way over here, so I don't turn my head and look over there too far, that far, too often. Good morning, other name. How you doing? Hope you're doing good today. Happy Thursday to you. Yo, we gotta polish off this swamp a little bit. I need a little more ground cover on it. Something to chop it up a little bit. It's a little too clean when you zoom in a bit, you know? I was hoping to do that with the paint. A little bit of water in there. I think that will chop it up if I'm just a little heavier with how I'm applying it. Yeah, see, that's looking better. Maybe I've been smoothing it over a bit too much. Oh, Raffy, what's up, my guy? Your song was playing earlier at the beginning of stream. Yeah, there it is, folks. That's the color we're looking for. All right, don't let me smooth that over now. Don't let me smooth that over. That's the blue we're looking for in the swamp. See the water, the little water in there? Love it. Save that. Yeah, Senior Goatman, we are doing map day today instead of Friday because I will be traveling tomorrow. So I wanted to get it done before I go a-traveling. Oh, I'm sure that was a lovely sound. Nice big slurp on Mike. Get off my lawn, guy. It will be pleasure. I am going down to Florida to marathon Lord of the Rings with my 2 friends down there. We are going to eat and drink and watch Lord of the Rings and grill, and it's going to be a much needed break. I am very excited for it. Yeah, right? I'm super pumped. It'll be incredibly relaxing. Much needed. I'll come back refreshed and ready to go. Jack-Ann, absolutely. Absolutely the extended versions. Look, we're not spending 3 days on this to watch the theatrical cut. Come on now. Sloyd says you got room for one more. Oh yes, Goatman, there will be much food consumed at this. I texted him last night and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get so fat this weekend. I'm just going for it. Not gonna worry about any sort of limits here. Jack-Ann, I could bring a wig, and, will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? I love that skit. Ian, you said your wife and you slammed the LOTR movies on snow days? That's a good plan. It's a nice cozy watch. It's gonna be fun, y'all. Hey, you watch the extended editions this weekend as well, and we can be there in spirit together. All right. Yeah, I need a little something else for the swamp. What do you think? What do we finish it off with? Like, it needs a little bit of ground foliage, just a little bit of ground cover, in my opinion. But I've kind of used all my plants that I would typically use in here. I'm trying to think what else we use here to, I don't know, clutter it up. I guess we'll go here and we'll just look up swamp, see what we can find. Nope, nothing. Plant. Parchment World's a little bit too zoomed out for plants. Here we go. Fantasy World's got some stuff. Hey, thank you for the follow, Dragoness Sage. Appreciate that. And welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. And Aaron, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you re-upping that stream team. There's a tumbleweed. That's kind of cool. Put some gators in the swamp. Yeah, a little bit too high level or zoomed out a bit too much for individual animals. Moss, says Ian. Yeah, that could work. Moss just would be nice and cluttered, you know? Like, no real detail, just vague kind of plant-looking vibes. Not getting any results for it, though. Isn't it just included in plants? I do have this really cool bush, which I don't think is in there. No, okay, I do have some of those in there. Well, we're going to put that one right in there. I feel like my map display captures off, because like this would be center of the screen for me. No, I think it's fine. Maybe it's just because I'm working in the corner. Yeah, get off my lawn. I've got some ferns in here too, like right here. And I feel like it's just, I don't know. I need something else in here, but I don't know what. Maybe more trees? I think we need more trees, maybe. It's kind of light on trees. Let's see what we got for trees. Those are all too half. Ooh, jungle trees. Oh, look at the bamboo tree. That's kind of cool, y'all. All right, hold on. We're gonna fly over here real quick and throw some trees down. We've got bamboo in there, but not with like the tree top on it. That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of that. That might have to go in. I don't think it's very tropical, so the palm trees aren't going to do it. Sequoias don't make sense. Oaks kind of make sense, actually. I dig some oaks. Oh, willows. Man, I love trees. Trees rock. Swamp trees. Well, look at that. Oh, there. Wait, do we already have that in here? Let me drop it down and let me zoom. Do we already have swamp trees? I don't think so. What trees did we use in here? I don't know what trees those are, but they're not swamp trees, so y'all, we messed up initially. Alright, we're gonna I think between those 4 trees, we're pretty good to go here. So let me throw them down here, get them to scale, and we're gonna plant some trees, y'all. Happy Arbor Day. AB, welcome in, my friend. This program is called inkcarnate.com. I'll put it in chat here for you. It is a free map making program, and I love it. Alright, the willows, I don't love how the willows look at that lower level of zoom. I'm going to start with the bamboo, and then probably move into the oak a little bit. And then we'll go from there. So let's get these bamboo trees all around. Are they too big? Yeah, they're way too... Actually, you know what? I really don't like how these look together. They don't match the style of the other trees. The bamboo is a little bit like... Photorealistic's a strong word here, but it is certainly closer to that, and the trees next to them don't look right. So that's a real shame. But sorry, bamboo, you're out. You don't mesh. The swamp tree. Let's check the swamp tree. I should have thought about this. Yeah, swamp tree's got the same issue, y'all. See how like it's just it looks more realistic. These are more of like a doodle style, and this one's a little more realistic. Thomas Carver, thank you for the roses, my friend. Appreciate you. Way too generous of you, but thank you. And Coach Kyle, what's up, my guy? Thank you for re-upping the stream team. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday to you. We're doing our map making a little early this week. Alright, so unfortunately we're kind of knocking trees down pretty quick here, but we still got our oaks. I think that's what this one was. So let's plop a few of those in here. That's definitely the right style. I say, and then place them and realize they do not look like the right style. Oh, that's so sad. I must be in a different asset pack for these. Yeah, I'm in Fantasy Regional. That's the problem. That's why I missed them initially. I think most of my trees came from Fantasy World. Yeah, they have like a different color pattern to them. Alright, but there's plenty of trees in there, so we'll just grab one out of there. We do have swamp trees in here. Oh my god, that's small. There we go. Nah, they don't look right either. Guys, I'm buried under options. There's too many good trees to pick from. Could make it autumnal. It could be kind of cool. I know they're behind other stamps right now. We'll fix that if we land on that tree. Did I have palm trees in here, right? I don't. I said it's not tropical. I don't think it's a tropical swamp. Good morning, Slendy. How you doing, buddy? Hope your day's off to a good start. We're rocking and rolling here. I don't have too much time today, so we're gonna probably be about an hour-long stream. Maybe a little bit longer if we're really rocking and rolling. Okay, we've got this tree already. Jungle trees. See, I think they're the wrong. Yeah, they're not the right color still. Maybe I could turn down their brightness. I could do that. I just gotta pick a tree, y'all. I don't know what tree. This pack is just called trees. We could get crazy with it and put some like mushroom trees in here. That actually might look really cool. It's gonna change up the color a lot. Less of a crazy verdant green. I kinda could be a fan of that. Let me throw a few of them in here. See what's going on with it. We'll put some creepy little mushrooms hanging out. What are we thinking, y'all? You liking the mushrooms in there? Or are they? Or get some like what is it? Is it? It's not Oblivion. What's the other Skyrim game that has the giant mushrooms? Predecessor to that, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm Morrowind. Thank you, Ian. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I like him in there, y'all. I think it looks a little bit it breaks it up too much, you know? I think yeah, it's too whimsical, right? Alright, goodbye, mushroom. Sorry. You were a cool idea. Alright, we just need... I guess I just gotta pick something, huh? That is my weakness, though. Alright, we're just gonna use some background trees, then. These aren't supposed to stand out a little bit. Maybe even changing their color. Alright, I gotta change my window capture real quick, guys. It's not very centered for me. Something like that, maybe. So if I was working here, I would zoom in like this. No, it's still off to the side. Move it like that. Alright, I think that's better. Yeah, that's going to be better. Maybe move it up just a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's give that a try. I kept realizing I was like way off screen. I like the fallen logs idea. I think that could be cool. I'm kind of liking these trees at the moment. It's just a background thing. I think they're the wrong color palette. Oh, oops. I think they're the wrong color palette though. So we're gonna color shift these trees a little bit. Let's go into our advanced settings and we're just gonna grab the saturation. I think that'll be enough. Nah, all right. We're gonna desaturate them a little bit, and then we're going to. There we go. That's more correct. Just kind of get that hue a little more yellowy. Oh, that's too far. We were so concerned that if we could, we didn't stop to think if we should. There you go. I think that looks pretty good, y'all. Something like that. That'll be a nice little breakup in the terrain. Alright, so now let's get these guys all around here. In all the areas that look a little bit too thin. Could even have them thicker down here in the bottom. Like not even be present in other areas of the swamp. As if, you know, they grow more in this southern region. Kind of like that. Kind of shows like a transition from one area to the next. Yeah, Jack Ann, you can totally edit these colors. You can totally edit the colors of like any stamp. It's very useful. That's how on Worm Rest Island, our first map, we made these purple houses. They're just color shifted from these ones over here. But look how different they look. I love being able to do that. Gaia's Book Talk, thank you for following. I appreciate that. You have a very cool name. How you doing this fine Thursday? All right, I kind of like those trees. I'm digging it. I think we need a little bit of ground foliage still though, and then we'll move on from the swamp. Let's grab some bushes. Not autumnal bushes though. There we go. You look correct. They're a little bit big, maybe. A little bit smaller. I want my bushes to be smaller than my trees, preferably. Always a good policy. There we go. And I think just a little more blue right down in here for the water. And we're going to put just a pinch of green on top of it. Alright, there we go. I think I'm going to call that good on the swamp for now. So let's grab a save. Okay, y'all, where do we want to work next? We got our whole map here we've been working on. Where do we want to go? We got, I mean, I think legally distinct Mordor is looking pretty good. I'm not sure we got much to do on there. Holy cow, I'm missing YouTube comments, y'all. I'm sorry. Dose of Eric, you said that orange cat on the right by his... Okay. I was reading the comment. I'm like, dude, that makes absolutely no sense. You said your phone froze. You put it in the wrong cat. Gotcha. No worries, buddy. Red K-Man. The site is inkcarnate.com. Burger, that works for you too. Inkcarnate, I just dropped it in chat. It's a free online map maker. It's got a paid tier too if you want it, but the free tier is just fine. You're very welcome. So I kind of want, guys, this is going to be a little difficult, but the Caverns of Whispering Web right now just look like a giant pit with spider webs. Objectively, still very creepy. But I wanted there to be the indication of, like, tunnels through here, because that's, you know, it's supposed to be an underground region. So I wonder, can we, like, draw these tunnels somehow, or at least a suggestion of them? Kind of, like, make it look like there's routes all through here. Go different ways. Something kind of like that. Does that give the impression of it? What do you think? It kind of looks like roads down there, right? Or, you know, passageways. I don't hate it. Cassidy, you can how would you show it off? Drop it in Discord, I suppose? I think it's Magic the Gathering themed Lord of the Rings cube you're asking about. Eric on YouTube, my guy, you're all good, buddy. No worries. I mean, look, I'm not going to say no, but welcome in. You're all good, Eric. Happy Thursday to you, my friend. Yeah, go for it, Cassidy. By all means, post them in Discord. Yo, what do we think? Did these little tunnels come out? Like, does it suggest that there's roads down there or passageways? I'm not really sure how to do that per se. I think we could even make a few of them look more like rooms by kind of rounding them out. I'm not sure the effect's coming through though. I don't really know how to do that. Slendy, good luck with the bathroom cleaning. I will hope to keep you entertained in the background. Oh, I like that, Jackann. A thin black line on the edge of these little tunnels to make it look like it's, you know, outlined essentially. Let's see. We're gonna go to max opacity, brush size quite small. Quite small. Now we're going to be drawing black on black. That's going to be a little interesting here, but let's give it a shot. We're going to do it like... Yeah, it definitely outlines it a bit better, but I think I need a different color black, honestly. How about like this? That kind of works. I mean, that I think that works. Yeah, I think that's working. I think that's working. All right, Jackan. I can mess with this. I'm digging it. I'm digging this idea. Basically just outlining our little tunnels in here. Whoop, messed that line up. You're really testing my mouse skills with this one. Makes me wish I had a stylus. Maybe a stylish stylus? Yeah, y'all, that was a great idea, Jackan. I'm a fan. And then we'll go over it again at the end here and just kind of like rough it up a bit so it's not so crisp. It's a little too crisp at times. This is really cool. This is like a new effect for me. I've never really done something like this before. Look at that, y'all. That's why we make maps. That's why we come in here and we try new and challenging things. We find new techniques. Yeah, I'm digging that, y'all. Jackan, great suggestion. I think that definitely gets the effect out through now. So probably what we'll do is we'll just like darken it up a little bit, and then probably put some more spider webs over it, because it is a spider-filled cavern, right? So let's save that. And then Cassidy, you wanted to show off something on Discord, so hold please, y'all. We'll pull that up real quick. Guys, if you don't know, we have a Discord community where we hang out when the stream's over. For some reason, streamer mode's not working on my Discord lately, so you'll get full usernames. Cassidy, where did you post it at? General chat, maybe? Yeah, okay. You wanted to show off your Lord of the Rings themed MTG cube. That's actually a really cool idea. I love the sleeve choice as well. That would actually be really cool, Cassidy. We have a cube as well, but it's not themed after anything. This is fun. I might have to put that together. Huh, they made Mary red-white, didn't they? That's interesting. How cool. Cassidy, that looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I love the fully draftable cubes, you know, like you just get to play at any time, basically. You can cube draft people. It turns it into like a board game almost. That's super sick. Thank you for sharing that, Cassidy. Kind of want to make one now. All right, let's not highlight every spiderweb on the map. I want to just do a little bit of a paint over this to darken it up. A low opacity paint. We're going to get our brush size up. We're going to get that opacity down. We're going to grab our black. Am I painting in the foreground? I am. I guess my opacity is just super low. I didn't notice any change from it. There we go, yeah. Look at that, y'all. That darkens it up really nicely. Maybe a bit too much, actually. A little bit lower opacity. Something like this. There we go. I'm liking that. Yeah, Cassidy, please post the card list. Thomas, you can only be into one card game. Only one card game can take all your money. Yeah, I feel that. All right, yeah, I like that a lot, y'all. I think we nailed the caverns, right? Now let's just get some more spiderwebs in there. A horrifying statement, objectively speaking. Well, yeah, this is great. I think it just needs some more spiderwebs, guys. Oh, God. Ugh. It was a lot easier to write this book than it was to make the map for it. Kind of something like that. Oh, geez, y'all. I do. Oh, this is horrifying. I don't like it. I don't like it. Um, Y'all, if you're wondering where this map comes from, so I can here. Let's have a little break here, so Alex can recover from being overwhelmed by his horrifying creation. If you're wondering what book this is from, it's from this one, Wriggly Little Hands. It's my fantasy comedy about goblins on a road trip, and they start out working for the Dark Lord. So they start out in the Kingdom of Darkness, specifically in their swamp of sadness and sweaty underthings down here. And this is where their journey begins. So that's what we're making the map for. This book launched last Tuesday. It's been doing really well on Amazon, thanks to y'all. I seriously appreciate it. We were in the top 100 of humorous fantasy books and humorous fantasy audiobooks for 8 days, I believe. And even now, we're on like, at last check, we were spot like 103 on that list. We had just fallen off the edge, but still, it's insane. I can't believe y'all put it there for that long. So thank you. And if you haven't given it a try, please do. I think it's a really good book. It's been resonating with the young adult crowd too. Like, I've had multiple people tell me that they picked it up, and their kids ended up like taking it and reading it, or asking about it and wanting to read it next. And actually, several of my friends are reading it to their kids, which I didn't expect. But it's like a Terry Pratchett book, so it's pretty clean. So that's totally acceptable. So it totally works. But I guess, you know, in hindsight, y'all, if we pop over here real quick, my 2 best-selling books have been Warden on the bottom right, and now Wriggly Little Hands on the top middle. And both of those are adult fiction that is young adult safe. Like, the young adults can totally read it. I guess that's my niche. Because every time I do that, the book sells more. So I guess I need to do that more often. Faye Jen, you said I had a crazy day and seeing you do this tonight is really needed. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Faye. Welcome in. Come chill with us. We're just going to hang out here and make a little bit of fantasy maps. I apologize that we are currently working on this horrifying area, the Caverns of Whispering Web. We'll get to something a little more chill here in a minute. But thank you for joining, Faye. Glad to have you here. And Carmatic, thank you for re-upping the stream team. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. And Steven the Favorite, that's a great name. Thank you for following. I appreciate you being here. I hope y'all are having a good Thursday. Hope you got a good weekend lined up for you. Something you're excited about? Do let me know. Y'all, this hill is out of place, isn't it? It's green. Like the swamp, but it's not in the swamp. Oh, you know what we could do? It'd be pretty cool. I'm overusing cliffs in this map, but let me just bear with me here. I'm gonna need a different type of cliff. But I have an idea. I have thoughts. Once in a while. Not too often. Maybe this side? No, that's not it. That's it. There we go. Y'all ready? Look at that. We're gonna put a cliff along this river to explain like why the river is swampy on one side and not the other. Because like it's super swampy on this side of it, but not over here. And the way you could show that is just a big old cliff there that's dividing the water. It's keeping the water in down there. We just got to find the right type of cliff to follow the curve of the river. So that's the wrong way. Maybe you. That could work. Not loving it though. Something like this. Nope, that is completely inverse, the wrong direction. Oh, that might be even better than what I have, actually. Let me get rid of you. Size it down a little bit. Kind of like that. Yeah, you can turn them a little bit, Sloyd. They just they start to look a bit wrong when you do that. Oh, you know what we could do though? Nah, that's gonna be too much work. I was gonna say we could make the river go along the front of it here as well. I don't know. That could be cool. We'll give it a little try. Let's see, y'all. Let's check it out. Get a small brush size here, and just paint a little bit of river in here. All right, that's too rough. We need it to be smooth. Something like that, maybe. Like I want it to come out from around the mountain, come down here, and do like that. Yeah, I kind of dig that, y'all. I kind of dig it. That actually looks really good. I'm a fan. Cheeseburger, you said add a castle for the goblins. I don't think the goblins have a castle in this map. It's a cool idea, but our goblins just have their hovels canonically, which I say because y'all, if you don't know, if you're new here, we are making this map for my book, Wriggly Little Hands, which came out last Tuesday. Or it's Thursday, so the Tuesday of last week, not 2 days ago. So the goblins do have a little bit of canon lore behind where they're starting in the book. Wasted Mulligan. It is called inkcarnate.com. It's a free map making program online. All right, so now we're going to change the color of this hill. That's what started this whole thing, because it's wrong. It needs to be the color of these hills over here. So we're just going to grab an equivalent hill. So this one? No, is it this one? There it is. That's the hill we're looking for. And we're just going to put it here. We're going to say that, you know, this river kind of, it runs along these cliffs. And then these hills kind of keep it at bay. And that's why it flows down into the swamp, essentially. 4-6, sorry to confuse you. I just haven't changed the text for Fantasy Map Friday. We're doing it one day early because I'll be traveling tomorrow. So I won't be able to stream. So we're doing our Fantasy Map Thursday, we'll call it. I'm liking where it's going, y'all. We've improved the swamp. We're doing a lot of fine-tuning today, but we've improved the swamp. We improved the Caverns of Whispering Web. They're nice and creepy now. I'm actually really proud of this effect we did down here with these little tunnels. Jack-Ann, thank you for the idea of how to highlight that. I think it looks really good underneath all these horrifying webs. And so now we got to figure out where to go next, which I think... Let me mess with this transition region right in here. We need to clutter it up a little bit. With some extra plants and stuff. That's a little bit big. And maybe a tree or two. Kind of like this and this. Oh, that one's got a bit of a placement issue, but we'll fix that here in a moment. And a little bit of bamboo. Oh, sorry, y'all couldn't see anything I was doing. Awesome. This tree, where was it? One of these trees I placed had, this one, had a bit of an issue with, there we go, being behind the mountain. All right, I think that looks good, y'all. I'm happy with that swamp. Tyler Pelletier 618. Yes, it is inkcarnate.com. You're correct. Slindy, 1 bathroom cleaned, 1 to go. Let's go, buddy. You got it. Hopefully we're giving you a good audio experience as you clean in the background. 4-6, I'm heading down to Florida for the weekend. Gonna go see some old friends. It'll be a good time. Yo, I'm kind of looking, now that the Caverns of Whispering Web and the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings have been populated, been polished. Legally Distinct Mordor is looking a little bit barren. I feel like we need something here in this area. Any suggestions? What do we use to clutter this up a little bit? Tyler, thank you for the follow, my friend. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Happy Thursday to you. What do we put in Legally Distinct Mordor? You know, 4-6, I forget, but there might even be a fishing dock in the book in the swamp. We could throw a little one in here. I'd have to double check. There might be one referenced in a chapter. Now, where should it go? Probably off their village, but this one's a little bit big for these purposes. I think maybe we put it like this. Ooh, actually, I kind of like that. It's like coming out of the weeds. Like, you don't immediately get to like this soil is all water, and the dock is in it. Yeah, I'm trying to describe this. It's a thing you'll see a lot around wetlands where like you think you're on solid ground and you're not, so the dock has to start way before you expect it to. Kind of like that. There we go. Goblin's got a dock now. Oh, Faye, you're in Guam. Wow, you are really far ahead. Hello from Guam. That's cool. Or hello to Guam, I should say. My wife was actually just there for research, and we'll be going back later this fall. But that is funny. In a little bit, it will be Friday for you. So we can do Fantasy Map Friday. What do you do in Guam, Faye? Are you from there, or are you just there for work? 4-6, you asked, did we ever figure out the mystery dirt? Was that was on this one, right? Where we were struggling with the dirt? We couldn't remember what dirt stamp we had used, or was that here? I think it was on the old map. And I no longer have the notes. Well, I do have the notes. I just put them in storage for what each brush we used. I think we figured out the old dirt, or we painted over it entirely with new dirt. One of the two. Alright, we need something else in here. Something in legally distinct Mordor. But what? But what? Y'all, sorry, I don't like to call out names when people join in, unless they comment, but sometimes the usernames are too good and I have to comment. Sword Fights and Gay Rights just joined, and that is an incredible name. That's awesome. That sounds like a cozy meet cute romance novel. What stamp? What are we gonna do? I need to clutter up this area with something, but I don't. Maybe just some. I don't know. What kind of rock formations can we get going on in there? We could get something like that. Oh, you know what? There are hoodoos there. The region right outside of it is canonically called the hoodoos of Who Goes There. So, Sword Fights and Gay Rights, welcome in, my friend. Your name is incredible. I love when people have cool names and hang out, because then I get to say them a lot. And that is a very good name. Faye, you said your husband is active duty Navy and you moved there in January 2023. Won't be back to the U.S. until 2027. My goodness. Well, enjoy it. I mean, it's a beautiful island from what I hear. Absolutely lovely place. That's super cool. I mean, what an adventure. We'll fine tune these a little bit. I think they need to be color shifted a little, because they're not taking on the dark red color that I'd like in here. So let's grab the ones that are there, and we're gonna mess with their color a little bit. Let's zoom in so we can look at one. This is gonna be our example. These two right here, and we're gonna try to make them a little. Well, that was easy. My first mouse movement on the hue shift was like perfect. I think it just needs to be a little bit darker, a little more, maybe not perfect. Perfect's an exaggeration. It needs to be a little more orangey. I want that red color to come out, you know? Hey, Zach, welcome in, my friend. We are using inkcarnate.com. One of my favorite things to do online. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. I think they could look a little more angry, but I'm not mad about them. They look pretty good. Seeker, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. And Lilac on YouTube. Hello to both of you. Welcome in, folks. Y'all were calling for another lava river. I mean, we do have the lava, like, fire trench going on here with a road going down into it. I don't know what's up with that, but I dig it. We could do a lava river, though. We could do that. Oh, thank you, Zach. Yeah, here you go. I'll give you a full zoom of what we've done so far. We have legally distinct Mordor up top, and then the Caverns of Whispering Web, which this is an underground segment. I just didn't know how to show it, so we just put cliffs around it and made it like a cutout. And then the Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings, where the goblins live. And Zach, we do this every Friday. It's not Friday today, but I'm out of town. I'm out of town tomorrow, so we're doing it today. And here is the previous map we made, all the way to completion. But this one we're doing an evil map. Yeah, I don't know where I've never used the webs before either, but I'm a fan. They're pretty creepy. I really thoroughly creeped myself out working with those earlier. You know what? I think hold on. We need to do a little bit of touch-up painting here. Let's make our brush size bigger, because these caverns technically persist all the way into legally distinct Mordor. So I want to show that with a little dark path here, like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this color, turn its opacity down, turn its brush size down, and we're gonna just have that route, you know, continuing from the caverns into here. And then we're gonna do this really small. This was our outline stroke essentially, and we're just gonna take it and we're gonna follow like this. Boom. Draw in the road, the underground path. Oh, it was so good, and I messed up right at the end. Just like that. There we go. And now we're gonna grab our black, lower the opacity, up the brush size, and we're gonna just darken it a bit so it looks like it's, you know, underground. It's hidden down there. Boom. I love it, y'all. Maybe a little too heavy-handed initially, though. I blocked out some of what I wanted to see in there. Get that brush size down. We're just gonna darken a bit. There we go. Now it looks like an underground road. I'm really a fan of that effect. I didn't know how we were going to do that. Zach, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Ah, you use Incarnate for your D&D homebrew. Rock on, my dude. It's so good for that, right? I'm so glad it exists. I'm running a DMD dot display matrix. Dot matrix display, I think is what it stands for. Anyway, I was trying to say D&D campaign later this year, and I probably should think about making some maps in here for it. Oh, Cassidy, that's horrifying. That's horrifying. Glowing eyes in the webs. Y'all just trying to creep me out here. Alright, so I really like these hoodoos we got going on. Oh, we said lava river. That was what y'all wanted? We could do a lava river in here. Kooky, hello! Good to see you again. Been a while, but glad to have you back. We're working on a whole new map now. I don't remember where it was the last time you were in, but here's an old map. We finished it. Look how beautiful this thing came out. Look at our little purple town we made over here in Heather Bay. I love it. How you been, Kooky? Good to see you again. So yeah, there's our old map, and here's our current map. And y'all wanted a lava river, so I'll say Bruzy, thank you for following. I appreciate you being here. Happy Thursday to you. And chat demands lava river, so lava river you shall have. Let's figure out how to do that. Probably I just need to grab a lava colored paintbrush. So let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be... Let's up that opacity so we can actually see it. Move over here real quick. That's kind of lava-like, right? But what about, we also got this one. What are we thinking? Y'all tell me which lava you like best. Yeah, Zach. Well, thank you. Appreciate the softball, my guy. You said you're a fantasy author too, big reader here. Can you talk about your books? Yeah, Zach. So if we pop over here real quick, these are my book ones. The bottom row is lit RPG. The top row is fantasy. But most specifically, what I'm most excited about right now is this one. Just launched not 2 days ago Tuesday, but a week ago Tuesday. Wriggly Little Hands is about goblins on a road trip to save the Dark Lord. And they're goblins, so they mess it up constantly. It's actually where this map is from. This is where the book begins, so we're making the Dark Lord's domain. And yeah, this one has been, you'll like this description, Zach. One reader has called it a D&D campaign where no one put points into intelligence, and the DM is taking a shot after every chapter. So that just came out last Tuesday, and it's been doing really good. So if you're into silly comedy fantasy, give it a look. It's on ebook, audiobook, paperback, and the audiobook was made by Sound Booth Theater and has 7 different narrators doing voices in it. So it's a whole experience. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, you can find them all on Amazon or at authoralexknight.com, as it says right there. Thank you for asking, Zach. I hope you enjoy. Take a look. Seeker, welcome back on your usual account. You said that was your secret account, so I didn't want to call the name out on it. Paul, you said you like the second lava best, and I think I saw someone else say they liked the second one best. And Kooky, you're doing all right. You're waiting in the parking lot to go to work. All right. I hope the job's good, Kooky. Hope you have a good day today. Y'all let me know which of the 3 lavas you like, and we'll go with that one. Thanatos, you said, what would you say is an advantage and disadvantage using fictional maps versus real maps in a fictional universe? Just use whatever map works best for the universe, I think. The disadvantage to a fictional map is you got to have it created. So that takes a little bit of work, obviously. A real map, it depends. If you're doing a fantasy story that takes place in a fantasy world, then use a fantasy map. If it takes place in the real world, then totally use a real map. That's fine. It really just depends on the story itself, I think. Zach, you asked a question. If we buy from website, is it still from Amazon? I don't actually retail them on my website. I just link to them. But if you want to avoid using Amazon, the Wriggly Little Hands can be bought through independent bookstores through their websites, as well as like BarnesandNoble.com and whatnot. That's the only one of mine that can be done with that so far, because most of these were through a small press publisher, and they chose where to publish it. Wrigley is self-published, and I was able to get it on Ingram Spark, which means you can pick it up. If you won't see it in most bookstores, but if you go to any bookstore's online catalog, they should have it there. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanatos, you also like the middle lava? Rock on. Kooky as well. All right, I see a winner here. Welcome back, Morgan. Good to see you today, buddy. Nice for you to come drop by. AJ, thank you for the tiny diny. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanatos said you're making a commitment. The next time I do a writing sprint stream and you're off, you're going to write along with me. Rock on, man. Let's do it. I'm excited to hear that. Is this the right color? Yeah, there we go. Get rid of these since y'all voted on lava number 2. So let's go make a lava river. Alright, so we have like our fire road thing down here, right? That's kind of lava river-esque, so I don't want to make the lava river too close to it. Maybe it goes over here. Maybe it comes through like here or something. Back here. Oh, well, I just drew it in the middle of the map. Faye, you said bedtime for you. It's 11 p.m. in Guam. Good night / good morning, everyone. Have a safe trip to Florida. Well, thank you, Faye. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. We stream every day, every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time, except tomorrow when I'll be traveling. And we're always doing something fantasy and book creativity focused. So if you want to come on back, hey, we'd be happy to have you. Hope you have a good one, Faye. Nice to meet you. Enjoy Quam. Gio, welcome in, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you today. I am going to be wrapping up here in a minute, folks, because I have a lot of stuff to do before I get on the plane today. But let's try to get this lava river done. That'll be our last thing. Paul, you said, am I visiting family? I'm actually visiting friends this time. We have a friends trip. We're gonna binge Lord of the Rings all weekend. It's gonna be great. Maybe like that for the lava river. I feel like the lava river should come down from the volcano, though, shouldn't it? In hindsight. All right, let's play with that a little bit. I think what we should do is have it like coming off of the volcano. Maybe making some pools around. Something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. I've never done a lava river before, y'all. Can I do it over water? Like if I have this, this river cut out down here. I just saw that this is leaning into the water in a way it shouldn't be. If I take the brush and I paint top, yeah, I can paint over it, but I don't love that. If I paint background, yeah, that's probably how it needs to be done. Although that's like a transparency over it. I don't know why. What is that about? We could try it that way. If we go to subtract, go like that, and then we go to paint with the lava color. Yeah, see, it's got that transparency, and I don't know why. It ruins the color of it. But it kind of works, right? It's just not as vibrant. I guess we could take away the... I can only take away the ripples on... I can only take away the ripples on all of the water at once. Because if I took it away, it would make it look better there. Gio, you said glad you could catch the tail end of stream. Yeah, good to have you, man. Even if just for a little bit. Paul, got him. Oh, you know what, Paul? That's not a bad idea. We could try the darker color. Nah, see, the water is like making it a different color, and I'm not loving that. Yeah, this one's the best color for it. I just don't think it looks very lava-y, it's not bright enough. I think what we need to do is just do what we did with these cliffs again. Cassidy, you said the darker one is thoroughly hot Cheetos coated. God. Yeah, you're spot on. It's exactly what it looks like. It really looks like hot Cheetos. All right, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try to just lift this entire canyon that I've made. At least most of it. Okay, yeah, that we got none of it. There's so many assets down there. Right? She's spot on. It's definitely hot Cheetos coated. I guess we just make it with cliff sides like we've done in the past to kind of give an outline for the river. Our lava river. Ooh, that actually looks really cool like that. Sorry, I just placed that cliff there and I'm really a fan of it. I think we could do something here. Let me grab my lava. Lower that brush size. It's painting background. We need to paint foreground. Can make a lava lake. Kind of like a lake going on here underneath these cliffs. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think, Cassie, it's exactly what I have to do. I think I have to outline these lava lakes because I can't actually cut it into the terrain like I would like. So let's try that. Max opacity, and we're just gonna like give it a little shoreline right here. Kind of like that. And then around like this. Darken it up. There we go. There's our shoreline. And now let's, needs a lava, Nessie, says Max. Interesting. That's, oh, because it's slightly transparent. It's taking on the color behind it. All right, and now let's try to outline this one and see what we get. See if we like it. I like when my mouse doesn't jump around. I'll tell you that. Okay, I kind of dig it. It's not as good of an effect as I would like it to be, but boy, it does. You know, let's put some bridges over it. If we put a bridge or two over it, that would really cement what it is, you know? If anybody's got a better idea on how to do these lava rivers, let me know, because I'm not. This is a new one for me, and I'm not sure quite how to do it. Because like that's fine, but I don't love it. Let's grab a bridge and see what we can do here. But what type of bridge? They don't really have like evil bridges too much that I'm seeing. There's our bridge. I don't love that one, admittedly. Make it a lazy lava river. Yeah, I could do the glow around him a little bit. That would make it glow a bit more. All right, let's try that. We're going to go to the line tool. The thing is, though, for that glow effect, well, let's just give it a shot. Let's see what we can do here. Oh boy, way too big. Way too big. Stroke size is massive. Don't take that out of context. It almost needs to be that big. Yeah. Geo, you heard nothing. Alright, yeah, okay, maybe it works a little bit if we follow the river with that glow. I'm not loving it, though. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to do a lava river. Look, we won. We achieved the unachievable by making an underground area here. I'm really proud of that. But then you asked about the lava river, and I don't know, you stumped me for the moment. It doesn't look terrible. Like I don't dislike it, but it could definitely be better. Is the border maybe just too thick? Let's try that. Let's see if the border's just too thick, and that's what makes it look wrong. Control Z way back here. There we go. I need you moved. Oh yeah, you think it's okay, Paul? Why, as you said, can you run a river concurrently on the space and change opacity? So the way water works is you have to like cut it out of the land with the masking tool, and then you can paint behind it, right? But it changes the color of what I'm painting. So it'll look kind of like this, which I guess actually looks okay with the river being bigger. When the river was smaller, it didn't look as good, as you can see right there when I just did that. So y'all, it's a choice, but I guess if we make the river big enough up there, this could work. Let's try that. Because I think if see like this area right here, like this is clearly like a lava lake looking like that, and then the offshoots don't look as good as I'd like them to. But what if we used Paul's idea and then put our like glowing line behind it? Maybe with a little bit lower opacity. Don't mind the swamp being turned into a hellscape as I test this. Yeah, that's kind of good. I kind of like that. All right, I think that might be it. That might be how we do it. All right, we've got our plan. We can do it. We have the technology. It's always nap time. Welcome in. This tool is called inkcarnate.com. I'll put it in chat for you. And it is a free online map maker. Ton of fun. I love messing around with it. And we're going to make our lava lake. So we're going to grab our masking tool, and we're going to subtract some land around here. Here's our lava lake. Cut it out right there. And then we're going to make this brush stroke, or the brush size, a little bit smaller. And we'll redraw these rivers. That's probably still a little bit too big. Let's get it down to like a 12. Kind of like that. There we go. Austin Specs, welcome in. It is called Inkcarnate. It's a free online inkcarnate.com. It is a free online map maker. Said it so many times that I am they're not turning into English anymore. Just I'm forgetting how to say words. All right, there's some of our lava rivers. Do another one like here-ish. That doesn't make sense. So it would come down right down the mountain. Do it like in here. There we go. All right, there's our lava rivers. Now they look like current rivers. Currently they look like rivers. Let's paint them up with our color. Oh, you know what we might be able to do? As an advanced setting, can we change? Yes, we can change. Oh my god. Y'all, we can change our texture scale. That might be clutch for us. Maybe. Maybe. It was pretty good in the lake. It's not playing nicely with this cliff over here. Because the cliff has a little bit of transparency on it. So we'll have to clean that up. I wonder if we just do our little glowing line tool trick that we were messing with. Is that just gonna clean it up? Kind of gets us there. It looks less like lava though. The orange glow hid it all. Y'all gave me a tough one here. I guess if we got rid of the cliff. Nah, it still doesn't look great. Yeah, Geo, it's the lava color is good, but it's when it comes through transparent through the river, it looks wrong. And the other ones, as Cassidy so appropriately said, are hot Cheeto coated. Austin, I can do the glow line trick a little bit smaller, but it loses a lot of its glow. So like if we're down here, this is the default size and it's got that big blur around it. If I cut that stroke size down, it loses a lot of its blur, which is where it's getting the light from. It just so I'm not sure how to do it. That's a max radius on the blur. I see what you're saying, Gio. So you think that different glow color on it. The main thing is we could try the glow color a bit different. Let's see. We need to get it more lava-y. It's a little more yellow in that. Something like there, maybe. That's bringing some yellow into it, I guess. And then we'll follow it like that. Infinite Plotlines, this is Incarnate. Welcome in. You seem familiar with both programs. I'm really not sure how to do it, y'all. I am painting background. I could paint over the top of it. I don't like to do that. It's kind of unnatural. But we could give it a shot. I mean, it does make the lava look really good. Maybe we're just going to have to make an exception here. Only problem is it paints over my text. It is, when you paint with the top brush, it is truly on top of everything. Which is a shame. Because that actually made it look really good. I guess I can just avoid the text, you know? Jordan Atlas on YouTube, hello. Good to see you. Alright, maybe a smaller brush size. What we're going to do is we're going to just make sure we go around our text here. Oh, sorry, Amber. Yeah, I haven't changed the text. We're doing Fantasy Map Friday a little bit early. Normally we do it on Fridays, but I will not be here tomorrow, so we're doing it a little bit a day ahead of time. Glad to hear you are not late for work. Alright, so that kind of works for the lava lake. I don't like its rough edges, but we could fix that. We can work on that. So we could do it for these rivers as well. It's just going to be a little tricky because I'm painting on top, which I don't love. Yeah, Amber, please. Hey, welcome in. Glad you stopped by and ask any questions you got. We're happy to talk about them. I think this is our best way of doing the river, y'all. We gotta make sure we blend it in with the surrounding decently. Which I think if we grab, you know, an outline brush essentially, smaller size still, and then just kind of give it an outline, it might work better. I'm just not loving it. It doesn't mesh naturally. Austin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hey, we're here every weekday at 7 a.m. Central Time, so please, happy to have you back. Just not tomorrow. I'll be traveling. Amber, you said I've seen you on my feed a bunch, so I have a question actually. Do you have tutorial/tip videos on making maps for Incarnate? Amber, I don't really. I don't have any like tutorials or anything like that. But my streams are all recorded. So what you could do is if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@authoralexknight, all of my map streams are recorded in a playlist, and you can watch them back. And if you go to the beginning of this map or my other map that we made, you can just watch from the start, and you can kind of see how we build it up. That's the best I'd be able to do for like tips on it. I'm happy to answer specific questions you might have, but probably watching just from the beginning as we build it is going to be really helpful. I'd recommend that, I think. Jordan Atlas, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say. Jordan on YouTube said, Mr. Knight, I am on chapter 10 via the audiobook for Wriggly Little Hands, and I just want to say it is so good. I can visualize everything. Well, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you. Y'all, if you don't know what Jordan's talking about, it's my book, Wriggly Little Hands, launched a week ago Tuesday, and it's about goblins on a road trip for the Dark Lord. and they're goblins, so they mess everything up. And this map is from the book. Oh, just drawing across it and then saving it. This map is from that book. That's what we're making. This is where the goblins start, and their swamp of sadness and sweaty underthings. They get their mission from the Dark Lord, and off they go on a road trip. Well, Jordan, thank you very much. I'm so glad you're enjoying Wriggly Little Hands. Y'all, if you want to pick up Wriggly or any of my books, by all means, they're all on Amazon and Audible, and they're in paperback, audiobook, and ebook. Give them a look. I appreciate it. Y'all, I like what we were doing for the lava lake over here. I think it looked good. The rivers weren't looking good. And I think there's definitely a way to do this. But I am not sure I am talented enough at present to execute on it. So like, I'm going to do this lava lake because that one's pretty achievable. We can do that. I think maybe the rivers also might be doable with just a really careful touch, you know? Because like this is fine. I'm not hating this. It's coming out. We got to get real detail oriented down in here. Paint around the letters. There we go. And then just smooth out these edges a bit. Maybe a little bit bigger brush size. There we go. All right. A little bit down in there. I don't like to get this zoomed in most of the time because it's a little bit too much detail work, but we want the lava lake, so I'm doing it for y'all. We're gonna get this lava lake done. Yeah, you're definitely right, Coach. Can I color shift? Yes, I can color shift the lava a little bit. So I need to actually, what I should do is desaturate it a bit if we want those edges to be darker. Nah, that didn't work too well. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. I think what it needs right now is just a little bit around the shoreline here, just kind of, I don't know. It's just too sharp of an edge. So let's go for a little bit low opacity. We're gonna need a brush size of like 4 probably, and we're gonna give this a little edge, a little shoreline. I think that's probably gonna be too harsh. I think maybe the color needs to be different, is what it is. We need to grab the color that we used to paint that land, and that color is dark red lava mixed with dirt orc settlement. All right, we can do that. I think it was, yeah, here we go. It's this lava color. Oh, you know, that's a good point, Jordan. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Jordan on YouTube just says I can change the opacity of the lava. That's a really good point. So why don't we just do that? That makes a lot of sense, Jordan. I think that'll do it. We'll just draw the edges of the lake out a little bit and make it nice and opaque. I think that's almost it. So close. So close. Just a little detail I gotta change. There we go. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that, y'all. What do we think? Do we like our lava lake? I do like having the lava lake right next to the fire road. It's just all the different varieties of lava you could have in there. Good suggestion, Jordan. That worked out very well. Slendy, you like the lava lake? All right, rock on. Y'all, maybe we got the lava lake done. We can polish it up in the future. And then I think next time we need to work on these little lava rivers, continue it. We'll use the same strategy. Yeah, I think that could work, Cassidy, or I could even just do small brush size here and paint it beneath it, since I've already got that painted on top. Kind of like this, giving it a little bit of an outline there. There we go. Yeah, I dig that. That actually looks pretty cool. All right, y'all. Hey, thank you for the Lava Lake Challenge. I think we got there. Now we just next time, first thing we'll be doing is taking everything we learned about this lava lake and applying it to our lava rivers running off the volcano, making that place look thoroughly hellish. I love it. Rock on, y'all. Let's get a quick save in here. All right. Well, I need to run. I have a plane to catch, y'all, so I have to do some things and then run out of here. But thank you for joining me for a Fantasy Map Thursday. Not quite Friday. And hey, we'll be back on Monday with our regular programming. And y'all, I'm just so happy with these caverns that we did today. That's the big win. I think that looks really cool. The spider webs, and if you look close, you got, kind of the pathways underground beneath them. I love it. Folks, thanks for hanging out with me. And next Friday, we'll continue our map stream. Next week, we will be doing our writing sprints and various dice games that we play. And if you haven't grabbed a copy of Wriggly Little Hands yet, please do. It's on audiobook, ebook, paperback, so any format you want, you can go find it. But yeah, good progress today. Not our biggest sprint on the map, but I'll take it. So folks, as per usual, a special thanks to Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com for the use of his songs Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which provided our background music today. As well, an extra special thank you to community member Raffi the Engineer. Shout out to Raffi, who provided our 5th background song, Midnight at the Round Table. Raffi, thank you very much for that. Folks, if you had a good time, please give me a follow so I can catch you on the next one. And before we go, I just want to give a shout out to everybody hanging out. We got Cassidy Cook, been here since pretty much the beginning. And Geogrim, Sloyd, Coach Kyle, been here since the beginning of not today's stream, but the existence of this stream. Carmatic, other name wasn't available. Rook, Yuck Yuck Lee, Evan, and Zach Brown. Folks, thank you for being here with me. As well as Lilac, Jordan Atlas, Dose of Eric, and Midnight Raven over on YouTube. Y'all, thanks for hanging out. Absolute pleasure being with you today. And we will catch you on Monday, refreshed and ready to go. So we'll see you then. Till then, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. I guess we can shout the Discord on the way out the door. If you want to hang out outside of stream, here's the link to Discord. Catch us all there. We got a great community. And that's where we hang out when the stream's not running. Until next time, folks, have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday.